over the last 24 hours, I've been playing LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, maybe a bit too much. I'm absolutely in love with this game, the gameplay is so smooth, much faster paced, and everything is so much bigger, the universe feels absolutely gigantic. Thanks to the codes being shared online over the last few days, I was able to unlock my favourite Jedi, Aayla Secura. After I played The Phantom Menace, I did a bit of free play on Coruscant. I got to explore the Chancellor's Suite, where you find out just how much of an egomaniac Granddaddy Palps really was. So I decided to give him a free renovation. I also explored the Jedi Temple, waddling around to see whatever there was to see, and for some reason, just like in many LEGO games these days, folks in the galaxy far, far away love to eat ice cream at really weird locations. Well, as Aayla Secura, I was the ice cream police. The minute I saw someone eat an ice cream, I made sure their day was made a lot less sweet. Oh look, a Cad Bane looking fella licking a cold one. F you, not on my watch. Oh look, there's another one. Sorry, but we just can't have that. No, but seriously, this game is amazing, and I now see why the anticipation was so high. But that's not why you're here. We're here to talk about Star Wars news. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Andor series, Ahsoka, Daisy Ridley, and more. So without much further ado, and without any more jibber jabber, let's just dive right into it. Let's start with Andor because we have a couple of huge things to talk about. A renowned leaker who mainly delves in Marvel and has been accurate in the past has come out with a scoop that Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to appear in episode 1 of the Andor series. Now this is not the first time we've heard about this, as it was one of the earliest rumours for the show following Disney Investor Day of 2020. Now it's a well-known fact that there was a lot of mix-up and confusion with rumours between the Andor and Kenobi series. Pilgrim, which is the codename for Andor, was often mistaken for Kenobi, and this meant that a lot of rumours for one show would be mistaken for the other, and we've also seen reports that state there is going to be some overlap in terms of the plot, even though the Andor show takes place 5 years after Kenobi. Now, in terms of the possibility of Kenobi appearing in Andor, it would make a lot of sense timeline-wise, but I think any appearance of the Jedi Master would be brief, and it'd probably just be a cameo as a hologram or even flashback. Now, I will say, interestingly enough, when I consulted with my own sources on Andor, they say they've never heard of Ewan McGregor being involved in the Andor series. Now, I'm not too sure on this because while I do trust my sources, a part of me thinks that because Bail Organa and Leia are showing up in the Kenobi show, they might be the link connecting Obi-Wan to the rebellion plot in Andor as well. And we know that Jimmy Smits is both in Kenobi and Andor. And a lot of folks bring up the fact that Obi-Wan is briefly mentioned in Rogue One. Now, on the other hand, you could make the arguments that Obi-Wan getting involved to help the rebels in Andor would lessen the importance of his mission to protect the Skywalker children in A New Hope. But I guess since we now know that Kenobi is going off-world before A New Hope to protect Leia, anything is possible for Andor. In my opinion, the more Ewan we get, the better, but for now, take rumours with a grain of salt. And so now, my dear Megalorians, we have even more character news for Andor. Adria Arjona, who I covered recently when she spoke about how secretive filming was, has come out and teased more about her role in the show, and what it was like being on location with physical sets being built in the British countryside and waterfront. Let us take a look at the interview. She says, "Oh yeah, the Star Wars thing, that was incredible. I wish I could tell you more, but I can't. All I can tell you is that as an actor, it was really moving to be on a Star Wars set, and during preparation, I kept telling myself I'm just not going to think that this is Star Wars, because the more I think it's Star Wars, the more nervous I get. And when I showed up on set, I was like, there's no way I can get away with not thinking about the fact that this is Star Wars. Every gadget, every prop, everywhere you'd look, you're like, oh my god, I'm in Star Wars, so I had to embrace it." Adria naturally could not reveal anything about the plot, which is going to follow Diego Luna's rebel spy before the events of Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, and the series is also bringing back Forrest Whitaker as Saw Gerrera, Ben Mendelsohn as Krennic, among many other returning actors. Arjona also opened up about the process of filming a Lucasfilm series. She said they'd build an entire city and everything was sort of 360. The camera can sort of shoot everywhere and it was really mind-blowing, and also I love my character. She says, "I wish I could tell you more about her, but I don't even think I can give you her name." And she even reveals that she was going to get the character tattooed on her arm, but she tongue-in-cheek says that she's going to wait until the series drops. Now, even though she didn't dare reveal the name of the character, she did describe her with one word, quote, practical. Now, while we have no idea who she's going to be playing, it's most likely going to be a new character altogether. But by the sounds of things, my dear friends, she is an important one, even revealing that she filmed a lot of scenes with Diego Luna. Awesome stuff. Hopefully we do get a final trailer for this series at Star Wars Celebration, considering the fact that Andor is rumored to release in August. And so now, my dear friends, we're going to be talking about the Ahsoka series because there was a supposed leaked photo. Now, this has been largely debunked by many sources, and while it looks very impressive and is probably for a fan film, it is not legit. The biggest giveaway are the cameras, which are not industry standards, especially for a Star Wars series, and also the fact that Darth Maul is in it, and while this could be a flashback, by the time of Ahsoka, he's been long dead. Now, having said that, and while it is almost certainly a fake, there are elements of it that look legit. First of all, that it's been filmed in New Mexico, a location Star Wars is currently filming at for an undisclosed project. We also know the Ahsoka series is filming this month, but it has been reported by Bespin Bulletin that they're not starting for another couple of weeks. And I must admit, for a cosplay or for a fan film, the builds of Ahsoka and Maul look very similar, if not identical, to Rosario Dawson and Ray Park. Not to mention the dead Mandalorian on the floor that looks a lot like Boba Fett. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say, this is fake. And this is doubled down by the fact that the person who posted this has a history of connections to cosplaying. But this is certainly impressive. And so finally, my dear friends, we're going to talk about Daisy Ridley, who after 3 years has returned to social media, and her recent online activity, combined with recent rumours, has got a lot of fans wondering if she's agreed to come back as Rey for a future Star Wars series set after the sequel trilogy, something that Kathleen Kennedy teased in Empire magazine last winter. Now, while the fan reception for the sequel trilogy is still pretty poor, there is still considerable fan interest in some of its lead characters. Now, following her debut in 2015's The Force Awakens, Daisy Ridley was confronted with a lot of online criticism, and it all came to a head in one social media post concerning gun violence, and Daisy received a lot of shit. In the years that followed, her online presence dwindled before she decided to abandon social media altogether in 2019. But in a recent Instagram post, Daisy Ridley shared an image of herself sipping tea and wearing LED light therapy glasses, and announcing that, quote, she's coming out of social media hibernation and is ready for what she calls, quote, her year of yes. And the reason a lot of fans are talking is that, interestingly enough, the official Star Wars account replied to the actress's post with a comment about her glasses, and it read the following: those would make piloting a speeder most difficult. Now, this could just be a nothing burger, and Star Wars does retweet and reply to a lot of the actors who've been in the films and series, so this could mean nothing at all. But some people think that her return to social media is also in line with a return to Star Wars. Probably not for another few years, but something is in the works to continue the sequel story. That much seems to be true. And I've seen others mention there could be some kind of announcement at Star Wars Celebration, and her social media comeback could be in line with Celebration next month. This could all be just overthinking, but it's great to see Daisy Ridley back. No matter what you made of her character and the sequel trilogy, she does not deserve harassment, and I wish her the very best. And with that said, my dear friends, let me know your thoughts of this and everything we spoke about in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and a massive welcome if you are. The link to my Patreon is down there in the description, where you get tons of videos that are not found here on YouTube. But until the next one, may the Force be with you always. I'm Star Wars Meg. Have a good one.